I'm going to show you how I set up my modified French easel. I would set it down on the ground facing me, facing the bottom toward me, with my knees between it. Take off the bungee cords, anything else. Here I'm taking off the pallet that I made to go with it. So I kneel between the legs, pull the legs down one at a time, unscrew it toward me. What I'm trying to show is the most efficient way of setting up a plein air easel, because it can be a little bit confusing. So you pull down one leg at a time, pull down the other leg, so you've got the two front legs. Then I'm going to pull up the middle leg, which is the back leg of the French easel. Tighten everything up. I pull the lower extension out, not quite all of the way. Stand up, turn the easel around, and set it down in the position that I want it in. I slide my hands back, undo the clips, pull it up, slide my hands down, and clamp it into place. I'm pulling out the easel that came with it, the little maul stick that I created, and anything else that happens to be in there. There's a couple of little clips that I use. I put my plein air pallet into place, this little folding pallet that I made out of masonite. Brush holder to the right hand side. I use the clips to clip that into place. This gives me a nice big pallet area. Like I said, this is my modified easel. You may not have this set up quite that way. I raise the base up to the approximate height that I think the canvas would be at. Adjust the angle and put my canvas in and pull the top clip or brace down. Here I'm putting on my base for my umbrella. If you have an umbrella, this happens to be a best umbrella. I found it is the best umbrella. For me anyway, it does have a weak spot right there where I'm sliding up the little support. You need to make sure those are on. And I wouldn't use this on a windy day because it's umbrellas are basically very fragile. And if it's a windy day, not only can they pull apart, but they can pull your easel down with them. I set up the umbrella so that everything's in the shade. Putting on my gloves for safety. I have the top of a cottage cheese container sitting there at the bottom of the screen. I take a regular bag from a store if I can find one, fold it down in through the hole, and I take my cottage cheese container and slide it down in there, and then I adjust the bag. The top of the cottage cheese container has a slit in it so that I can push my towels down in there and they will stay in the bag. This is my medium cup, slide onto the edge. Put it in my painting medium if I'm using it that day. I don't always use it, but that's where I would put it. I might put liquid in the other side. And this is the what's called a brush washer. It just holds my odorless mineral spirits. I set that off to the side, and that's pretty much it. Thanks.